NOLA Gent here at Brennan's.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. Brennan's restaurant at 417 Royal Street in the French Quarter of New Orleans has a very storied history. The building that the restaurant resides in dates back to 1795. And the restaurant Brennan started in 1946. So for 74 years, Brennan's has been serving New Orleans and became most famous for their brunch. And they're also quite noted for their New Orleans Creole cuisine. My party is already seated upstairs, but we'll do a quick walkthrough downstairs to give you a tour of the area. So this area here is the Roux bar area. The courtyard is on the left, and we will explore that in more detail later. And then as we go out of the bar area, we go into another of the dining rooms here. This room is the Audubon room. This dining room is the Chanticleer room. And all of these rooms that we are looking at are available for private parties. So each one of them has a distinct personality, as you can see. So pick what you like. And this fantastic area is the wine room. So this is a really great space. The branch of the Brennan family that owned Brennan's ended up falling into financial difficulties, and in 2013 the restaurant closed until another branch of the Brennan family was able to gain control of the restaurant and reopened it in 2014. So we came very near to losing this treasured restaurant in New Orleans. As we look out over the courtyard, you'll notice that all of the interior facing balconies are also covered with glass, which helps with climate control and our especially hot temperatures that we frequently get in New Orleans. If you don't want to take the stairs up here, they also have quite a nice looking elevator that will get you up here. So this is the elevator on the second floor where I'm currently at. Upstairs on the second floor is also a fantastic room here known as the Morphe room. This is the perfect gentleman's parlor where some gentlemen can get together for enjoying before or after brunch or dinner, drinks and cigars, and discuss the news of the day, have a business meeting, or most likely discuss what the next meal is going to be. The next dining room is the King's room, which has lots of the crew of Rex's memorabilia, and Rex is king of Carnival. So that's a very important room here. Search YouTube for the meeting of the courts of Rex and Comus if you want to see what the big deal is all about. Here we have the Queen's room. And then I am located in the Havana room with my group. For Sunday brunch today, I'm meeting the Bishop, Jeremy from NOLA Boils, and Norton. For my initial brunch cocktail, I'm going to start with the sparkling watermelon, which is a take on a mimosa, and it's quite refreshing and nice. Next, I tried their Caribbean milk punch, which was Bacardi rum, bourbon cream, and vanilla bean. And they already had the bread and butter on the table, so I went ahead and took a piece of that to get me started for a little brunch refreshment. The French bread was perfectly crisp on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. Well, now let's take a look at the menu and see what else we want to get. They have quite a nice selection of beverages and cocktails on here, along with a nice selection of wine, and also they have beers that aren't listed on here. Now let's look at the actual food options that we have to order from. So for breakfast today, we have a selection of appetizers with turtle soup, seafood gumbo, steak tartare, brioche French toast, summer melon salad, oyster de Guyane. Then entrees, we have egg Sussard, egg sourdough, blackened red fish, pastrami hash, crispy pork schnitzel, steak and eggs with sides of house-made sausage, thick cut bacon, buttermilk biscuit, Brabant potatoes, and cream spinach. Then desserts, we have the world famous Bananas Foster. That's probably the most famous and popular thing here. Then chocolate fudge cake and buttermilk bread pudding. NOLA Boils Jeremy got the steak tartare and he quite liked it. And then everybody else got turtle soup, which I did as well. And you may have guessed what I'm gonna get in my turtle soup now. You have to have the sherry in there for the turtle soup au sherry. So perfectly done there. Now let's give it a taste and see how it is. This does look like very nice turtle soup. It certainly smells great and it tastes great. So very great job there with the turtle soup, Brennans. I'm quite happy with this. This is exactly the way it should look and taste. Perfectly done. And ooh, it's so good. It's going down fast. This is quite nice. Do enjoy a good turtle soup, especially for brunch. It's a great thing to have to start out with, other than a few cocktails. So after your cocktails, a little bread, and then some turtle soup. Sounds like a perfect brunch to me. Good stuff. All right, my last bite. And then, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. So click on that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So cheers to all of you viewers out there, and this is a regular brandy milk punch here. So our entrees arrived. Jeremy got the pastrami hash, and then Norton got the blackened redfish, and then the bishop got the pork schnitzel, and then I got the steak and eggs. So the portion size looks a little small to my eye, but let's go ahead and dig in and see how it tastes. So it looks perfectly cooked. I ordered it medium rare, and that is what it is. It is perfectly cooked. Meat is juicy and flavorful. And you see there is a lot of other beef down there besides just the steak. There's also a little roast beef debris down there. So when you combine the steak with the roast beef debris, it makes for extra delicious beefy goodness. So roast beef debris like this is generally used in making many of the most delicious roast beef po' boys in the New Orleans area. So when you combine this very flavorful debris with the steak, you really just get a delicious combination. I just wish maybe they would have given me a little more debris on top of my steak. It could have had a little more of that deliciousness to go with it, because I do love a good roast beef debris to go along with my steak. And I also love a hamburger covered in roast beef debris. That's also a fantastic burger. The steak and the debris are going down very easy and very fast, so I don't think this is gonna last much longer. I need to sample the egg though. So let's try out this egg and see how it is. Ooh, all right. Perfectly done, poached egg. And then not quite sure what all this is on top of this egg. It looks like it's chopped mushrooms, and it tastes like chopped mushrooms. And when I look back at the menu, it is referred to as a mushroom conserva. And then this is very clearly just a hash brown. So let's taste the hash brown. And it's basically just exactly like any other hash brown you've had. They just make it in this nice pie shape here. So perfectly done hash browns, nothing complicated or unusual about them. They taste like every other hash brown I've had for the most part. So just basic staple hash brown with that. And maybe a little more roast beef debris on top of them would have made them even more spectacular. All right, my last big bite of the hash brown, and that's gonna finish my plate off right here, other than a little bit of the debris that I need to clean up and finish off with to get the last little bit of that fantastic flavor in my mouth to finish off with. So, a tiny plate overall, but everything was quite flavorful and nice, other than the hash brown, which hash browns are what they are typically. So, my mission's accomplished and I've cleaned my plate. None of us wanted dessert, so we were all ready for more after brunch drinks. So we headed on downstairs where they have a player piano going. and the Roost Bar. So we had a good time just watching this for a while with a few drinks and enjoyed a bit of people watching in the area. And the piano self-playing was entertaining on its own, and then the bishop decided to jump in and pretend he was the entertainment of Brennan's for a little while. And then Norton jumped in with a little singing and dancing number. Sadly, Norton forgot to sing. Now we will go out and explore the courtyard area. So you see this is a pretty lush garden out here. And you can sit out here and eat. I wouldn't recommend it during the hotter days of the summer. We do get some cooler days starting around October when it is much more pleasant outside, and this would be an enjoyable place to be. So as you look around, you see there's quite a bit of seating out here. And then in the fountain here, there's some special guests out here. They do have pet turtles out here. So as you look around back from the fountain, you see how the courtyard is surrounded. And then our pet turtle here is showing off for us, saying hello. So as we look around at him, he's just pretty happy there. It's like, oh, sorry buddy, I just ate one of your other turtle pals maybe, but ooh, you were delicious. So the total for our brunch meal was $98.84 per person before tip. So the entrees were a bit on the smaller side and the drinks were rather on the expensive side. But overall, this is still a great place for brunch at Brennan's. And for special occasions and the occasional visit, it's still a fantastic New Orleans experience. And many tourists come in town and simply book a reservation just to eat the Bananas Foster, which has fire going all over the place, and it is quite theatrical and entertaining. So if you've never done it, do give it a try.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.